Like and subscribe. Please look.
Sometimes an insect will evolve to mimic its predator. A fly can look like a spider. A caterpillar can look like a snake. The Judas evolved to mimic its predator. Us. Good evening, weirdos, and welcome to Total Recall, the show that remembers it for you. I am Jethro Bot, one of your host units, and with me, as always, is the other host unit, the Wizard. Happy day before Halloween.
Why are you asking me if I've seen some shit like this before? Do I look like somebody that's seen some shit like this before? Hell, I ain't never seen no shit like this before. Who the fuck would want to climb up one of these walls and hang one of these?
Clearly, the words
big elephant ass motherfucker.
Clearly, words written by none other than Guillermo Del Toro, a man who is known to be profane. So
he can curse like a motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm excited to talk about him. I'm excited to talk about this movie. It is our third horror movie. It's our last episode in October. As I said, tomorrow is Halloween. And earlier this month, we talked about trying out candy that we remember not liking, but maybe haven't eaten much in our adult life. I wanted to look for Necco wafers because, I don't remember, ever liking Necco wafers. And I also wanted to look for those those wax lips that basically you're using right now. I wanted to find those. How do those taste? How is that?
Oh, I'm not eating them. I'm.
Oh, okay. Well, surely you've.
Yummy wax.
I'm kind of glad I didn't find the wax lips.
They're not good.
Yeah. I did get something that I can never actually remember eating once in my entire life. I've always associated these as being gross. It is candy corn. This isn't just candy corn. This is the autumn mix, which means it has candy pumpkins.
I fucking love candy corn.
Even bigger than candy. So here goes.
The pumpkins are not as good as the candy corn.
No. Is that supposed to be marshmallow?
Ish. It's marshmallow-ish.
I thought there was sugar in this. I'll try the candy corn just to make sure.
Yeah, the candy corns I think are better. But if you don't like them, you don't like them. So I don't remember ever eating these either. I feel like I didn't like them.
Mm-hmm.
Called Mary Jane's.
Oh, I've seen those. Yeah,
What
those aren't
this?
very good either. They're butterscotch, I think, or
no, but
caramel. Is it caramel?
It's like caramel, but not good.
Ugh.
It's like the worst caramel I've ever had. That's why I don't remember them.
Oh, by the way, it's Halloween, so I'm going a little gothic tonight. Got some red wine. Goes great with
not like circus peanuts as a kid.
Oh, Mary Jane's are crap bit of honeys. Okay, I got you.
I'll buy that.
Yeah.
Stop it. So what do you think about the circus peanut?
I tried the circus peanut like 25 years ago because I have a circus peanut tattoo, and I was like, I need to try these. I didn't think it was good at all. It's like really thick gummy or something. It's gross. Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like this. This one's a little stale,
Yeah.
but I kind of like this.
Yeah. Well, Black Lives, thanks for stopping by. We'll miss you.
Don't go away.
Oh, maybe he'll be back. We'll see. All right. Well, we have a brand new panelist tonight, and I'm excited about bringing her out. But first, we're going to bring out the person who chose this monstrosity. It's Bride of Pumpkinhead, and I think we always forget we bring people out. Sorry, we bring. Just kidding.
Well, that was rude.
I know, just kidding. Happy Halloween. Oh,
Want some more candy corn there?
it's not good. It's like stuck in my teeth. I keep retasting it. Oh.
Oh, I love it.
Anyway,
I will eat all the candy corn.
I had
I don't
no
know if
recollection.
wine is the answer.
Probably not. I had no recollection of Mimic at all. In fact, when you suggested it, my immediate reaction was like the sci-fi Jamie Lee Curtis movie. Nope, that's Virus. So I don't remember. I did not know anything about Mimic. I did not have any ideas going into it, and I also did not know it was a Guillermo Del Toro film. So, and you're kind of in the same boat, right, Wizard? Like you'd never seen Mimic before.
No, it was one of those I was always like, I'm going to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I never did.
But Laura saw it at a pivotal time.
Yeah, I saw it when it came out. That was 97.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have been math 14.
Yeah, that would. I mean, this is a scary movie for 14.
Yeah, and I mean, I was a wimp, so I don't remember it specifically giving me nightmares, but it probably did.
Yeah.
Or kept me up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was already horrified of cockroaches.
Cockroaches.
What drew you to see Mimic?
I've been wondering that myself. I think it's a kind of a like simultaneous, horror and fascination. Like, can I watch this? Is this part of the same reason I also was like jazzed to see Joe's apartment? Like, what am I even gonna do?
So it was the roaches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, so I went to see this movie with my parents. We went to a lot of movies together, and they were big Mira Sorvino fans at the time. I think she had just made a splash with Mighty Aphrodite, so they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll go to this." Something for everyone.
Well, can you imagine being Mira Sorvino and like first like you're working with Woody Allen and then you're here working with Bob and Harvey Weinstein? Yay!
Yeah, evil, horrible, nasty vermin,
Mm-hmm.
and roaches too.
Yeah. All right. Well, I want to bring out the new panelist. I want to bring out the new panelist right now. So, also from Austin, Texas, and someone we have gotten to hang out with thanks to the We Love Video Collective. And again, if you live in Austin and you haven't been to We Love Video yet, please check it out. But would like to welcome Jess to Total Recall. Welcome, Jess. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. And I am not wearing this shirt because of what you were just saying. That was just a happy coincidence. Just what I just wore to work today.
It's a great shirt, and it's a great time of year for that shirt. So
Yes, indeed.
well, we often just kind of ask if you had seen Mimic before. If you hadn't, if you had any recollection of it, any impressions going into it.
I have never seen Mimic before watching it with y'all. I it was like on my watch list because it was a Guillermo del Toro movie, but it just wasn't anything I've gotten around to. And yeah, I don't know. I didn't think I really had any feelings going into it. I was just excited to watch something that I haven't had a chance to watch before, and also for this particular experience, I was like, okay, this will be fun.
I was
roaches are also not one of my favorite things in the world, so that was
yeah.
I'm a Midwesterner girl, so like where I'm from, you only have roaches if you're disgusting and gross. So moving to Texas was a really rude awakening for me to learn that they're like a common house spider.
Yeah, they're just everywhere. You know, they're outside, they're inside, they're in the walls.
They fly.
They fly.
They fly.
I will add, they watched this movie. I took the trash out after we were watching this last week. And like, as soon as I stepped out onto our front step, one just scurries across the step. Yeah. It was outside, so it was like, all right, fine. I know you could hear this, so like, don't get any ideas.
I heard like all the little noises.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, humans, get your spoons.
Yeah. They don't just fly; they will fly right into you. Anyway, they'll just fly right in your face.
Yep.
Y'all, when I learned that cockroaches fly, I was out and about. And I thought it was a bird. It was humongous. And I'm like, wow, that bird's flying towards me. And I'm like, that's not a bird. And so I moved and it just like smacked onto the wall. And I'm like, oh my God, y'all. I don't think I've ever, nothing will compare to that. Like, that was the rudest way I could have ever learned that cockroaches fly.
Awesome.
Yeah, they do fly now. It's crazy.
Let's get even more squeamish with it. We're gonna bring out
let's hurry up and get over this background.
Yeah. I bet Barbara agrees with you. Welcome, Barbara.
100% agree with you.
This was at a Halloween party we went to. And like, you know, people still ate the deviled eggs, you know, it's not like they were deterred at all. So but yeah, please tell me, had you seen Mimic before? Did you remember it even existing?
I had not seen it before. And it took a Google before I went, oh yeah, I do kind of remember that being out at the time and thinking, I am never going to see that ever, ever, ever. And yet here we are. So,
yay.
I watched it because I do like Guillermo Del Toro. But wow, did this movie make me uncomfortable.
Well, just for you, we'll bring out the cat from outer space. And I'm I'm looking forward to hearing about all the uncomfortableness. But first we do have to bring out Adam. Adam.
I'm awake. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Whatever you guys were saying is the same thing, I think.
Yeah.
Hi.
You're not that creeped out by roaches, are you? Cockroaches? What if they flew into your face?
Okay, well, here's my horrible backstory. Bugs generally don't bother me that much. I prefer that they're not on me. But roaches didn't bother me until I moved to Georgia for college and I had to live in them. like literally in them, like having them crawl on you in the middle of the night and be everywhere.
Absolutely not.
So I learned to detest them, and yeah, they kind of bother me now. It's not the bug itself; it's just the filth it makes. Because if you have to live in a cheap college apartment that is just besieged by roaches, you realize that they shit everywhere.
They shit.
They
They shit, and you can see that shit from a distance. You know,
yeah,
like,
they create a texture on your walls. They crawl on you in the middle of the night. I have witnessed them eating out of dirty tissues in a trash can before.
Nope.
They are pretty much indestructible, and I don't care for them. I don't care for them in my life. Here in Southern California, we get a few outdoor ones once in a while, the big red ones. Not the flying palmetto bugs, but we get a little couple of months of like, oh God, get the shoe, you know, and then it's not too bad otherwise. But generally, no. Fan, no.
Yeah.
I have yet to see a roach in Vermont.
Wow.
Wow.
We'll be right over.
Paradise.
Yeah. I guess maybe it is worth the winters.
Well, we do have ticks.
Yeah, what?
Ticks.
Ticks.
So many ticks.
Great movie.
So many ticks.
Great show.
All the ticks.
Yeah. I will take roaches over ticks.
Oh, that's tough.
I will let roaches crawl on me, you know.
Okay, you guys are just making my skin crawl.
We haven't started yet.
I generally don't have much issues with bugs. Except, and these are my big no.
Is it roaches?
Roaches and ticks.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Like even spiders, I don't care for them, but I'm bigger than them. And I move a lot faster than they do generally. So even spiders don't bother me nearly as much as roaches and ticks. Oh God.
Real quick, just for the record, I had not seen this movie before.
You had not seen. Okay.
No, I had not.
Okay. Did you remember it coming out at all, or were you like me, where you were just like, "There's kind of a conglomerate of sci-fi horror from that era"? That
Jethro, set the Wayback Machine for what you and I were doing in 1997, and I was a little preoccupied at the time. So I do remember the movie coming out, but I did not see it. I was not aware of Guillermo Del Toro at the time.
Yeah.
So I was running my business, doing my thing, traveling the world. I was probably in Japan when this came out. So
I did see Starship Troopers, which came out the same year, and also have thoughts. Okay, well, anyway, let's get on to the movie. Let's check it out here. Wait a minute.
That's not a movie.
That's the wizard getting fed a veggie nugget.
His name is Milton.
No.
We're gonna count that as a half question because that's but I'm glad you asked it. You're still gonna take a nugget, but we're gonna take one last question.
The nugget slide.
Yes, the nuggets.
We just put them on plates here.
Yeah, but that was Paul McCartney feeding me a nugget.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Wow.
That's Stevie Wonder. No, that was Paul McCartney.
A reasonable fact. Stevie was standing off to the side.
Yeah. Okay, so here we have
Weinstein.
Miramax. You know who that means, Bob and Harvey Weinstein. And they their hands are all over this movie because they were just in the worst way as well. Yeah. They were constantly tinkering with the film, and they had like Bob Weinstein would come onto set and have the second unit shoot stuff that wasn't in the script, so that because he wanted it scarier, he wanted jump scares and crap like that.
This has the classic 90s montage credits too.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
The credits really stood out to me.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah. Guillermo Del Toro liked the opening montage of Seven so much he hired the company. And then it also turned out to be the effects house that did Blade 2 as well. So.
Oh, well, that's good and bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very much the post X-Files world of credits.
For sure.
Minority Report, 100 other movies look exactly like this. And now movies have come back around to look like this, because the beginning of Black Widow looks like this bullshit too.
Yeah. If this
look at the bugs.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot it.
If this moved, it would be a 9 Inch Nails video.
Yes. Correct.
It needs more pipes.
Yeah. There's not enough steam.
And pipes and grain. More film grain.
Yeah. It's a little clean. So BJ Rack there. And yeah, you notice that Bob Weinstein is a main producer, not an executive producer like Harvey. Usually Bob and Harvey Weinstein are just executive producers on these Miramax releases. But Bob really had his he was really pushing around Guillermo Del Toro. Wound up having a terrible experience. This is Guillermo Del Toro's second film.
Second English film.
Yeah.
Second English language film.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I thought Kronos was first.
Kronos was his first English language movie, but he had already been directing in Mexico.
Made Mexican movies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's Mexican, haven't you heard?
Yes, I'm aware.
This is a great shot. This is great art direction. The shrouds are really good.
Wait,
I like
did
all
we watch the Guillermo cut or
we did. We watched the Guillermo cut. My understanding is that a lot of what Guillermo really wanted to take out and why he wound up kind of disowning Mimic in the first place is because there was a lot of second unit shot stuff. Whether it was from the script or it was something where Bob came in and was like, here, you need to do this, you need to do that. Interestingly enough, Robert Rodriguez was one of the second unit directors.
Really?
Yeah. It was one of his first times kind of working in Hollywood.
Well,
and Robert Rodriguez shot the child killing scene, and Guillermo hated it and reshot it all himself. So what we see is Guillermo's take on it.
You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong.
Well,
you're murdering this innocent child. All wrong.
Rodriguez would have already done Desperado by now, I believe, if not Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually why Guillermo del Toro started working in Americas, because Mexico was bankrupt. Robert Rodriguez just happened to have a more affordable vision. So he stayed in Mexico while Guillermo del Toro worked to get out of it.
Where you can make El Mariachi for $600. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
This stuff is all okay. I didn't mind the setup. I mean, one thing about this movie is it feels pretty efficient.
And it opens really nice and creepy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
so many roaches.
Roaches are creepy. They're automatically creepy. It's a gimme, really, in a movie.
Yeah, it's a mulligan.
Yeah. Hello, common people. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you.
Common.
So it is it's kind of like I love the movie Creep Show. It's one of my favorite films of all time.
Absolutely.
But obviously, the last story is it's real easy to upset people with roaches.
Yeah.
So this episode is just that.
Yeah. Well, this movie is
Yeah.
one long Twilight Zone episode. Yeah.
Yeah, and that opening there, which looks kind of like 12 Monkeys. She has this little contraption that lets out their new super bug that's going to kill all the roaches.
Right.
And
it's overly designed to hell and back. It's not just a paper bag.
When you see it on screen, you can kind of tell it's made out of cardboard. But what I really like about it is that the things that hold the super bugs are in the shape of coffins. A little on the nose, but still, I like it.
And hives as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little over designed, but. So what happened to Mira Sorvino? I asked Barbara this question. We really didn't have an answer between us. Did
I
she
don't know. I mean,
I don't know. She was everywhere
fade
for a
out?
while.
Did she
and
marry somebody or?
I think she did.
why? Yeah.
Didn't she keep making films?
Yes, like nothing major. A lot of
Mhm.
Netflix stuff.
Oh. Well,
For
she's
those that don't,
lovely.
yeah, for those that don't know, Paul Sorvino's daughter. Of course, you
Yes.
know Paul Sorvino from Larry Cohen's The Stuff.
Yes.
And
He
a
did
few
some other cable thing too.
He's done a few other things.
Yeah,
And or Goodfellas.
some cable stuff.
And now I wash my hands of you.
But the stuff was a better.
Oh, well, here's a ugly little bit of reality since we're
Mhm.
on that topic.
Yes.
One of the reasons why her career just sort of went up in smoke was she was also one of the accusers of.
Oh, okay. Her too.
Mhm.
Got
Oh
it.
no.
Okay.
Well, good for
I mean
her.
that.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Good for her.
She
Yeah.
was. She is really in the thick of it when she makes this movie because she is dating Quentin Tarantino.
Ugh.
So she is actually like, like he
Girl.
is like,
Ugh.
he is very much Mr. Miramax,
Mhm.
He's the big Miramax discovery. And all like his first 4 or 5 films all came out on Miramax. And she actually was the photographer on Foxy Brown. She was one of the set photographers.
I just want to mention, since we're on the subject of creeps in the movie,
Yes.
this is where we see the first,
yes,
the first time we see the bugs are
Mhm.
human size.
Yes.
And oh boy, is that creepy.
not only they're not just as big as people, they have a human-like face, so
They have
Okay.
kind of look.
They have a
They
human
put
silhouette.
their claws together, which make a
Right.
human
Like
face.
a face looking. Was I just like totally oblivious? Did you guys know that was a bug the whole time?
I don't think you're supposed to.
I don't think you're supposed to.
necessarily.
No.
Okay.
I assumed it was a mutant. I assumed.
Yeah.
Like I figured it was like a hybrid of some capacity.
Yeah,
of
exactly. A mutant hybrid kind of
massive
thing. There's not a
bug,
lot of
though.
like detective work to do in this movie. It's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to be honest, I think that's the weakest part of the whole film is human-sized bugs with claws that look kind of like faces. It doesn't sell quite enough to me.
Well, it's
And
also
that's just my
CGI.
opinion.
It's super
Well, you also don't
early in
really.
the game CGI.
You also don't get a really good look at it either until you're
Right.
about 2/3 into the movie.
I don't
and you're
mind the
racing
CGI in this at all.
toward the end that you understand that it's the body of them forming together to look like a human face mask type whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a tough sell to me.
When you first see the bug dude, my impression was that like the bugs infect a person and then become kind of a person bug thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Also horrifying.
Yeah.
Still horrifying,
What if you
yeah.
were part cockroach?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
When did Naked Lunch come out?
Naked
earlier.
Lunch was like mid-90s. We have Gravy in the house, by the way. Gravy.
Hello, Gravy.
Hi, everybody.
Hola.
Hey, real quick, just want to know, had you seen Mimic before?
That's a negative.
Did you even remember hearing about it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember this movie being marketed. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, we're gonna move on. Just wanted to welcome you aboard. You missed me eating candy. Well, you missed me eating whatever the hell this shit
garbage.
is. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm going along with calling it candy.
Heavily processed food is good for you.
Yeah, and our friends our friends Eraserhead, Black Lives and Common People are all lighting up the chat. So we're having fun. We didn't even really need you. We're glad you're here, but we didn't need you.
I'll leave.
No.
And Black Lives, yes, please.
Yes,
Mr. Putty
absolutely.
I fully support this pun.
Mr. Punish You.
Mr. Punish You.
What do we know about the male lead here? Because I don't recognize him from anything else, and I don't find him terribly engaging.
Well, you know who else didn't find him terribly engaging is Mira Sorvino. She fucking hated him.
Comes off.
Yeah, I had to say that, like, me and Laszlo watched this with me, and we both agreed like those two had zero chemistry going on.
Right.
It is so forced in the bathtub.
Oh
yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty like cringy.
Yeah. Well, you've
he's
actually
made
already
a lot
missed
of
out.
other shows, none of
Oh,
which
yeah?
you've probably ever heard of.
Look at the baby. Look at the baby Thanos.
Oh, he doesn't have a scrote chin yet.
Nope.
I know this
Gotta
movie
grow
has
into
like
that.
it has like Josh Brolin and F. Murray Abraham, but they're just kind of like there, you know, like they're like, yeah, we got these great guys in this movie, but you know,
It also has Norman Reedus in it briefly.
Yeah, for a second.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
it is.
Did not
He's the
catch
guy
that at
pulls out
all.
He pulls out the tray of like whatever from the
Oh,
fridge.
that's him in the sewers.
He sees
Yeah.
it first.
That's him?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It doesn't look like
Whoa.
him at all. I
And I
didn't know
don't-
that until I looked at the movie later.
No,
I
did
don't
not
think
spot him.
he's. I don't think he's in the theatrical cut either. I don't think they have They don't have this scene where you see "Proudly Made in the USA" as they're in, like looking at a sweatshop. That's another thing I like. The difference between the director's cut and the theatrical cuts. The theatrical's a little dumbed down.
You don't say.
Shocking.
Yeah, which is funny because, like you said, Adam, this is not a complex script. You know,
this is very predictable. It's very cut and dry, but I don't mean predictable in an automatically bad way. It's just there's no big surprises here. Everything's pretty much telegraphed.
Well,
And
I
that's
will
fine.
say when I was still under the impression that I thought that they were gonna like the bugs would like infect the human,
Yeah.
she went on and on about like how the like colony or nest works. And so like I was under the impression that like she was gonna be taken to be like their new like queen.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted that so bad.
I wanted
that
to take
too.
her for a queen also.
I wanted
That
one
would've
of
been
them to
sick,
go,
honestly.
Mama.
There's something so great about like human beings getting cocooned by creepy monsters.
Yeah.
Weinstein.
Queen
Yeah.
Mira.
Come on,
Yep.
she could have
Wow,
been the
could you
mother
imagine the
queen.
makeup?
Yeah.
We kept joking. Well, I don't want to get ahead of it, but we kept joking about the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
Wolfman's Queen Mira.
Yep.
Oh, wait till we get to the test scene. We'll talk
Yeah.
about
Make
that.
this
Yeah.
movie.
Why?
We gonna talk about
Why
Ah,
that.
man.
make this choice?
Yeah.
All right,
Call it
stay
the
with it.
mimicking.
Stay with it.
Yeah.
I did before we move on too far
Uh-huh.
from the male lead. I did think it
Yeah.
was a great little detail of the commentary that Del Toro really fought for him to have glasses,
Yeah.
and he got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Way to go, Del Toro.
Congrats.
He-
Congratulations.
That was a win.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like one of few. Like he had a lot of fights on it. He originally wanted the husband to be black.
All right, this kid's teeth.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Talk about this
100%.
That's how he got the gig. They were like, "This movie's about giant bugs, and your teeth are talking."
Look at you.
to me."
No
Yeah.
way those are real. No way those are real.
Yeah, but yeah, you can thank the Weinsteins for like being like, "No, America's not ready for an interracial couple for no reason in a movie."
In a movie about a bug man. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, Weinstein was going to go along with it as long as Mira Sorvino showed her boobies.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, I think that was
they and like it's especially ridiculous when you consider like they put out Pulp Fiction several years before this movie. Like where's your like now you're clutching pearls, you fucking pedos.
Man, where did the kid get those chompers? A 5 and dime shop?
Yeah.
Damn. Wow.
He's got a ways to go before the rest of his face catches up with those teeth.
Look, kid, we're not
Sadly,
gonna
he'll never
pay you.
make
Yeah, we're not gonna pay you, but we're gonna give you a dental voucher.
Like that line when he
definitely-
peels your banana.
He's a Bugs Bunny hybrid.
That's adorable.
He's mimicking his predator.
Jeez.
Yeah, what's up, Doc?
Oh, God, I'm a terrible person. I feel really bad now.
Rabbit season, roach season, rabbit season, roach season. So these kids are, I'll buy it. It's okay, fine for the sake of the plot. I'll buy it. Like a lot of this movie, it's all kind of like okay,
Yeah.
I'll go along for the ride, and there was really nothing major about the whole movie that I was just like, well, that tears it. I'm done with it. But it's all like fine. It's very 90s.
No,
Yeah.
I like the a lot of the little touches, and I really wish we were watching a movie which is like just like the scene in which the kids and the dog all get killed in one scene. Like these kids get brutally killed. He lands on fucking barbed wire for fuck's sake, like he gets
it's rough.
he gets the fucking Suspiria treatment, and
And then it gets horrible.
yeah, and the dog gets all torn up, and like that's like totally brutal, and then like the movie kind of pulls back from that for the rest of the movie. It's not like there aren't any more like scary or gory moments, but there's no more kid killing, like there's no more like super like hardcore gore in it, like it's just
No, it's all implied or off screen or sound effects, which
Or-
There was a
applaud.
Or
lot
computer.
of squelching. Holy shit.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
lot of
but-
squishy
So
noises
much squelching.
and
Yeah, but
crunch.
boy, they killed the shit out of them kids, didn't they?
they could, yeah.
I actually like when we were watching it, I
Mhm.
missed the first like 30 or 40 minutes and
Mhm.
came into the movie during that scene, which was like, whoa,
Yeah,
I'm in.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that.
So
Yeah.
this second woman is the relationship is a little weird. Is she babysitting these other two kids and also
No.
friends with Mira Sorvino? What is
Like,
the
it's
exact
like-
sort of
She's
She's
a
a co-worker.
she's a
coworker?
co-worker? I thought she was
She's
a
a
friend who
co-
didn't work there.
That's
No.
what I thought.
Because of the way that she's receiving all the info. It's like it's all
Yeah, I thought she was a friend.
Well, you're probably right.
She's an exposition friend.
Yeah.
As you know, lady number two.
yeah.
Yeah.
They,
They had a little shot of the two guys in the car, and I remember thinking around this time, like, what is up with like the film noir CDC guys? It's like,
What is up with their lack of masks and gloves when they're
Yeah,
yeah.
They're like,
they're
"Oh,
going
this'll
through that.
do."
They're going through that sweatshop. Like, yeah, we got TP down here and what have you, or TB or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like,
like, oh yeah, no big deal. Like,
quarantine
aren't
everyone
you
else but us.
scientists?
Yeah.
yeah, I got a shot for that.
Yeah, and that'll be fine.
And here's where she gets infected.
'Cause
Yeah.
she's
Right.
being a dumbass.
Yeah.
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 and then she
Let me
sees
just
that
put my whole palm.
she
Yeah,
sees
just
that
put
when
your
it
hand
dies, it emits that poison, and she's like, "Oh, this is the bug that I invented to kill roaches." And I always
my bug.
like one interesting thing I thought about was like the virus in this movie that the roaches carry. It specifically targets children, and I thought that was interesting because I've always wondered, like, how different would the COVID-19 pandemic have been if instead of senior citizens, like kids 8 to 12 were the most vulnerable, and like that's who was getting like totally wiped out in the hundreds.
Well,
of
we've been through
thousands.
that. It was called polio, measles, and mumps.
Yeah.
Right, but that's the
And then
thing
we
though, is
forgot,
that
and now
yeah, we forgot.
we
had
don't want to
forgotten,
vaccinate.
you know, yeah, and
Not we.
it's just interesting. We're not going to get into a big political discussion here, but you know, it's like, or it's not even really a political. But anyway, you know what I mean. We're not. But I've always thought about that. I was like, you know, like it's kind of weird, like how some people's reaction was because it was mostly senior citizens, and you know, how would people have reacted if it
You're not wrong, but we have been through it. It's just that we forgot.
Yeah. You're right though. Yeah, we forgot. We have forgot.
Yeah. We don't see kids walking around in
leg braces.
leg braces and in wheelchairs and stuff from polio anymore. We just don't see it. So yeah, like Adam said, it's a forgotten reality.
And on that note,
yeah.
Meanwhile,
I do. You know
So
what?
what just happened? The big roach just like broke into her lab to steal its little baby roach back. They're not even roaches. They're the hybrid insects or whatever.
This gets glossed over pretty
whatever.
quick.
Yeah.
Her husband is like, someone broke into your lab. You can't go back there. Well, she will. You know, it's scary-ish, but like it gets a little downplayed, I think. Like you would never go back there. Like you would just not without armed guards. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Haven't these people, they're scientists, haven't these people ever heard of fucking lights? Overhead lights?
Yeah, but the electricity costs money. It's something scientists don't have.
It's not going to be moody.
Okay, Mr. Foreman. But she also lost her specimen, which should be a huge deal.
Yeah.
It should be a huge
That's like lights on immediately. I'm checking the corners. I'm overturning everything.
I'm also putting the entire building on lockdown. You know,
right. Well, I'm just gonna wander around in the dark.
No, just I assume it went outside.
This kid was in a couple other movies as well during that time.
Factoid before I forget, the original script used a tree beetle that is common in New York City New York specifically. And then, you know, somebody in a meeting was just like, oh, you know what's really New York is roaches. Let's make it roaches. And, you know, Guillermo Del Toro got very upset because he's like, you know, if we do roaches, then we're just making the giant roach movie. And that's the best we're going to get.
As if there's any difference there. I don't know.
You know.
They're eating the beetles. They're eating the roaches.
I see where he's coming from. You know, like tree beetles don't have this, you know, like all the luggage that roaches do. But at the same time, it's like, come on, man, chill out. It's a giant bug movie, one way or the other. Like
it's ultimately being equated to a roach anyway.
The Shape of Water over here.
It's a bug hunt.
Yeah. It's Roach's Labyrinth.
Ooh.
It's a Roach's backbone.
This subway set is pretty nice. I actually, as a former New Yorker, I'm okay with the subway set. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, they didn't shoot in New York. They shot in Toronto, and some of this is like real subway. In fact, there is stuff shot in actual shut down subway from 1966. So I don't know what all, you know, I don't know where one thing ends and the soundstage begins.
I'm guessing this
you're
platform,
right, it does all look pretty good.
I'm guessing this platform is a constructed set. I don't know about the train situation, but in the reverse shots here, but the platform itself, I'm guessing was built from scratch.
Yeah.
And it's pretty authentic.
I like all the sets in this movie. I enjoyed the overall production design and production quality of the film.
It is very dark, and that's fine.
it helps because when they do use CGI bugs, which like if they were under like bright lights and
no, you can't do horror in bright lights. You just can't.
Yeah, and it helps with the lower quality CGI they had available for.
I don't mind the CG in this. It really not once did it ever make me like go, oh come on,
They use it well in this movie because they keep it to a minimum, and it is dark, and
there's lots of practical mixed in, lots of practical stuff. I think it's fine. I think they did a good job on the art direction. I always vote for the art department, but yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, and
it's shot well.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah.
They were constantly tinkering around with the design of the bug as well. So, I mean, like you listen to like the director's commentary on this DVD, and it really does sound like they were just constantly messing with Guillermo, constantly. And there is a story where Guillermo Del Toro became friends actually with James Cameron. And right around this time that, he's trying to get movies made in America after shooting Kronos, he's convincing James Cameron to shoot Titanic in Mexico. Because, Mexico is in terrible financial shape at this time. And, so they don't really have a film industry. And, Del Toro doesn't want to leave Mexico. He wants to make movies still in Mexico. And, but he gets this deal done for Mexico with James Cameron, becomes friends with James Cameron. When James Cameron learns about how Del Toro had been treated by the Weinsteins, after he won his Oscar for Titanic, and Harvey is backstage, like trying to kind of glad hand him and shit. He reads him his Miranda, and then they almost get in a physical altercation.
Whoa!
And have to be separated. James Cameron almost threw hands at Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, Cameron's good for something.
Hell yeah, man! Props to Jim.
Okay.
Hey.
It's the first time I'm gonna say.
Yeah, the first time I'm gonna say.
One for the lonely plus column. Yeah.
Hey, I have a soft spot for Titanic. When I was a kid, I loved that movie for some reason. Again, when I was a kid, I don't know why. I would watch it every day after school.
Would you watch it now?
No.
You would not watch it? You would not watch it?
I have it for nostalgic reasons, but not one that I'm choosing to watch, really.
You got recalled.
Yeah. Titanic sank the recall.
I saw Titanic when it came out. I was very interested. There was a lot of news about how its budget had gone way out of control, and it was basically about to destroy James Cameron's career, which it really was poised to do. I mean, there's an alternate reality where there's no fucking Avatar,
Yeah.
Please, why didn't it happen?
Yeah.
Although I still haven't seen that either, so
you're not missing anything.
No, fuck it.
No
I don't need that.
No reason. Anyway, now these boys, the children, have been kind of set to look for these eggs because of they can figure out these eggs, that lets them know just exactly how fucked they are. They have no idea how fucked they are yet, but they are super, humanity is in big trouble right now. And so these kids are like, oh, we know what the egg looks like, and they're going to go look for an egg. And this is kind of the film centerpiece, IMO,
Yeah, I love that. I like this scene. This scene is really something else, man. And I kind of agree with you here. This is this is the scene you're going to think of when you think of Mimic. You're going to remember this. I was telling when Jeff and I used to go to movie marathons, it would often be the case that you would start up a chant, "Kill the kid, Kill the
Kill
kid.
the kid.
Kill
Yeah.
the kid.
Yeah.
And boy, did they kill the kids.
They killed the fuck out
Boy,
of these
did
kids.
they.
Bam!
Yeah.
The kids, yeah, I mean, like, the kids are getting scared. Something bad's happening. Now the monster's coming, so he runs around and he falls into what? Like, I don't think it's barbed. I think it's bale wire.
Like
but
razor
it's,
wires.
Yeah, it's like a shit
Yeah.
ton of
Cutting
bale
him. You
wire.
see him
Well,
cutting
yeah.
him.
I mean, pretty much like, all cable and wire will cut you if you're just rolling around.
Thrashing about in it. Well, and then the camera pans out and you see the bug like using his appendages to just like stab these children, like
Yes.
gleefully
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
like,
Hooray!
whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's like
You
he
don't
knew.
see that every day.
Early advice that Del Toro got when coming to Hollywood was you can't kill kids and you can't kill the dog.
And so he did both.
So he did both.
Yep.
Good,
And-
man, good for him.
Yeah, and Robert Rodriguez shot it and he reshot it because he didn't like second unit doing that stuff. And apparently, ever since then, Del Toro has always used second unit like extremely judiciously.
Just
Hmm.
pick
You know?
up shots. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just pickup. No action, no emotional reaction.
I don't blame him.
Wow. Wait, was Rodriguez was second unit on this?
Yeah.
He was.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Apparently
Interesting.
there were 3 different second unit directors, and that again opened the door for Bob Weinstein to take creative control by just storming the set and having them shoot stuff that Del Toro didn't approve. So most of what is cut out of the director's cut that we're watching is second unit stuff. The color's not right. The way that the action is shot is not right. So,
So this kid,
well,
Well,
well, I think he's well cast,
mm,
and I think he pulls it off. Like I don't have any notes on his acting or lack of acting ability or whatever. I think he does a special needs kid pretty well. He has a very
Mhm.
interesting face.
mhm.
The character, you kind of want to slap around a little bit.
So it's a bit hack, in my opinion. I'm like,
I just
you know.
I find him a slightly distracting. That's the only note I have about him. And I can't remember what other movies he was in around this time, but he was in a couple other pieces.
He's not the kid from Devil's Backbone, right? Because that's
No.
a Spanish kid.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Now,
So-
I didn't recognize much of what he had been in.
Mhm.
He just looks so familiar.
Box of
Hon-
Moonlight. Nobody's
Honestly,
Fool.
this
I'm
kid
not
just kinda gave me,
Rappaport.
like-
Not much else.
boy in the striped pajamas energy.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Boy in
I
the
can
striped
see that.
pajamas, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
None of the children in this movie are likable. So,
No.
Yeah, well,
No.
they're all
I mean, honest-
diseased. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also kept wanting, like, part of the resolution of this movie to be the kid was going to talk to the roaches and tell
Yeah.
them what to do.
In a more involved
Oh.
way. In a much more involved way, like become the key to something. but
Yeah.
he doesn't really. He's just
No.
another idiot victim.
Yeah, but I do feel like they infer that he'd created some sort of like said with his mimicry, again, a kind of a
Well, it
That's
kept
how
them,
he
Yeah,
lived.
like they,
Yeah.
it kept them from
they
eating
didn't
him.
kill him.
yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
says
They're like,
friends
well,
later on. He says they're friends. 'Cause
Yeah.
they
Bing,
haven't
we got
eaten
a
him
title.
yet.
Well,
But,
back
yeah.
to
if
like
that
the
is your
lack of.
definition of a friend, I'm sorry.
So
This
here's
goes
that's Norman Reedus.
Now that you said it, yeah.
Not the guy who gets in the water, but the guy who initially is outside of the water.
after this scene.
Yeah,
After
no,
this
he's
scene.
right there. He's like in the middle.
Yeah, he's one of the guys.
One of
in
those
the-
But
guys,
isn't he the one in the back room where they pull it out of the fridge and he shows it? Isn't that Norman
Yeah,
Reedus?
yeah, that is also him.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, I'm going to tell you right now, for the kind of work he's doing, I don't think he's got the right PPE on.
No.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
not sufficient for me.
There
That's
is
the 90s. They didn't take that shit serious.
It's
Yeah.
true.
there is a disturbing lack of PPE
Barbara and I
throughout
both.
this movie.
Barbara
Well-
and I both pulled the blanket up when we saw that guy in the water. We were like, nope, no tension is worth that.
It's like
Nope.
this is where your
Christine.
epidemic starts, guys. It's not-
Gravy and I can both pull this card because our dad was blue collar, worked at a wastewater treatment plant our whole lives.
Oh,
No one has those jobs. Those jobs
how's that
don't,
right there, this
don't
person?
actually exist in a wastewater treatment plant. Now, if you're bored, sure.
On your own time.
You can do that stuff if you really want to.
On your break. Yeah.
Yeah. But for the most part, you're not doing you're
Well,
just look,
No, you're not getting in there. No.
Not
no.
not in a
Definitely
treatment
Definitely
plant, but there are people that do have to walk the lines underground and unclog things because a lot of
Okay.
like, fat deposits and things build up.
Yeah.
The block pipes, not just in New York City, but in sewers in general. There are people that do have to do
Yeah.
that, but it's not the way it's depicted.
Yeah. They honestly, like if you're getting into an active sanitary system, you're there more than likely going to be in an SCBA suit.
Yep.
Supplied air, full head to toe coverage,
Yep.
the whole 9
Yeah.
yards. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
or you've been put up to a dare, and you're about to
it's a fraternity
you're about to
hazing.
make mad
Yeah.
bank, my friends, because you did it. And
Now,
it's
I just-
yours if you live
It's
it
fine
down.
for the movie.
Now, so let this little
They
PSA for
special-
the frat boys, you know.
They special went to Terry Gilliam's sewer system. Anyway, what were you saying?
Oh no.
Oh, I'm
nothing.
sorry. We have to
Hmm?
just
Yeah.
note this weird like cutaway of the trash can. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had a feeling about that.
No
Well,
one
Yeah,
was
it's
like
got
but
pee
this-
on it.
But this cutaway doesn't need to happen because
There
he's
he
about
is.
There he is.
Mhm.
because
Hey,
the
Daryl.
husband is about to pick it out of the trash anyways.
Yeah.
And
Right.
explain it
Right.
3 times for the rest
Right.
of the movie.
Yes.
And they're just like
Yeah.
handling the pee stick.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
concerns about PPE.
No gloves.
Yeah.
I could handle.
I
my
got a
wife's
feeling
pee
that's not the
stick.
first
It's
time
alright.
that guy's handled some pee.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But this,
Oh man, that
love
looks
it.
great. Yeah, doesn't that look
Yeah.
awesome?
This,
And you know,
I love the real maggots crawling all over it too. It's really fun.
yeah. And Rob Botton is the first name in the effects credits, but actually there was another name in the effects credits, and he wound up doing more. So you'll have a hard time figuring out which
that happens.
is and is not Botton. But yeah, Botton was the name.
Well,
So he
after
got-
after so many decades, Stan Winston wasn't so hands-on either. He had a whole
Yeah.
team of guys. So
no,
yeah.
but I mean like the other guy in the credits, like after Botton, that's actually the guy who did the most.
Yeah, well, you become a supervisor after you've paid your dues for a couple of decades. Rob Botton can do nothing wrong. He's fine.
No, we're not here to trash anyone but the Weinsteins.
Yeah, that's correct. And maybe that kid.
And perhaps Gravy's dogs.
I'm sorry.
We really can't talk. I don't know if you can hear Theo. He's got some opinions.
Oh,
He
I've
always
heard
has
Theo.
opinions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
He's a guest panelist on B sides.
Okay, so Barbara and I both having a mutual cringe here, where these two idiots go down into the tubes with no gloves,
Yeah.
no masks, no goggles, nothing.
No, nothing. No,
Nothing.
no light. They don't even have like they brought these light sticks, but it's still constantly fucking dark around.
They
them,
have
and
an
they're-
infinite
and they're
supply of
not-
light sticks. Yeah,
and they're
but
not
no
like,
gloves.
Yeah, and they're not like it's not like they're using them to get a really good look before they advance. They're just like going in dark.
I don't even mean rubber gloves. I mean like work gloves. Like I would not climb down that ladder without some barrier on my hands. There's no way. So that's a bit much.
Yeah.
You could easily have them suit up and then like their suits get ruptured or torn or lose their gloves or whatever later. Seems like a big deal. And I don't mean that just from a post-COVID perspective. Like just having to clean out a septic tank, you just don't go down there without protection. It's just you just don't do it.
No mask. Like nothing on your face.
Nothing.
I mean, early in the movie, they had Mira Sorvino in full like epidemic
You are
gear.
correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So we know that they can.
She had a full hazmat suit on.
Yeah.
But
she can hazmat suit.
But nothing for the other people. Just her.
She's
there's just a
special.
lot of loose ends here, you know, like the detective part of it. Like we never learned why they never died and kept breeding.
Well, we
I
kind of
thought the boy in the striped pajamas was going to be more of like a piece in like figuring out, like solving the mystery, but he just died. You know, the PPE is just none of that makes sense. Just none of it makes sense.
Yeah,
this is a cool concept. Let's just throw it in there.
Life finds a way.
Yeah. They just kind of left
that
it
was
at
as
that.
much explanation. Yeah.
It's the Jurassic Park contingency. Yeah.
Yeah, Barbara said that when we were watching it. She's like, life finds a way.
Life finds a way. And F. Murray Abraham paraphrases that.
And I just do want to go. I am right with Barbara and Adam on the outrage with the lack of PPE and protocol and everything. Like somebody who has extensive confined space training and experience, like like watching anybody climb down into a sanitary sewer without a sniffer test.
Yeah.
You never enter. You never even go through the manhole lid without doing a sniff test for at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, and it's not about like accurate depiction. It's just about like general
How about some
rules. Like
just
basic common sense.
Little bit of common sense would have gone a long way with me on this.
I mean,
me too.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you don't even like to go into a bathroom that still smells like someone else's poop.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
you put a little Febreze in there or something.
Right.
But that being said, I do love the subterranean environment that they're constantly in this movie. It's great. I do love all of it. This
is not a sewer that they're in, though.
Well, it's
subways.
It's the abandoned train tunnels
Yeah,
that are attached to the sewers and everything else. But it is ostensibly a sewer from 100 years ago.
Yeah.
And these places are real. I don't know if anyone knows this, but these places actually are real and do exist under New York City.
Yeah, right. Yep. There's abandoned tunnel systems and
all of the train lines, all of the subways in New York City were built by separate companies. Each line was built by a separate contractor. And so there's hundreds of feet of miles of abandoned tunnels when it all got consolidated and built on top of. So that stuff is real.
And there are people who live in them.
Yes, and there are people that live in them. Unfortunately.
Man, I would though. I would totally take the opportunity to go for a walk down and through one of them.
Yeah, properly prepared. Cool. Sure.
Yeah.
Properly
with PPE.
With a tour guide and
a GPS tracker.
Yeah, and a 3 gas meter. Yep. 3 gas meter on my person. Yeah.
And perhaps just a slightly better prepared cop.
There's no shortage.
I don't know about that, Jethro.
No cop at all, thank you.
I don't know. That guy seemed to have unlimited ammo, so
he did.
Yeah.
He also had
the John Woo Glock.
He
has unlimited knowledge of that terrain as well.
If you're genuinely interested in this stuff, there are plenty of YouTube videos about people crawling around in the abandoned tunnels. It's out there.
I mean, if Paris can do it through, the catacombs, sure. Well lit, tour guide, precautions, absolutely. Sure. Like this? No, hell no.
No gloves, no boots, nothing.
What kind of weird shit?
Lots of it.
And
Also,
I'll
the
say again.
MTA.
I was just gonna say again, real quick. There's a lot I like about this movie, but holy shit, do I hate this cop? This
Oh my
fucking
God.
cop
Well,
drove me nuts.
well, this is actually a fairly accurate portrayal of an MTA cop. This is not a New York City cop. MTA cops have far more attitude than actual New York City street.
Do I look like I've seen some shit like this before?
Because they've all got Napoleon syndrome.
Must have been a big ass elephant.
Hey, he provides the most interesting dialogue of anybody in the film, though.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
No,
Yes, he does.
Completely
Gravy and I
That must have been a big elephant ass. I mean, come on.
Gravy and I are in sync here. He was my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, I liked the cop because I will say that I thought the script was pretty lacking in this film. The dialogue is forgettable. In fact, I was struggling to come up with a quote for it earlier this evening when I was talking to Laszlo.
Dude, you would never guess what two of the fucking uncredited draft writers of this film are. They're both famous directors as well. Like, you would never guess who they are.
Don't tell us.
John Sayles and Soderbergh.
What? You're kidding me.
Soderbergh.
What?
I'm not kidding.
Everybody's got to pay rent.
This movie was originally, going to be, I can't remember his name, but it is in the opening credits. The guy who produced Close Encounters of the Third Kind. He's over at Miramax. He wants to make an anthology film. It's going to be sci-fi, drama, comedy, horror, and this is going to be the horror movie. And actually they developed both the drama one as Imposter and the comedy one as Alien Love Triangle. Those two movies also exist. So this 3-film anthology just became 3 films.
This scene is this is one of the hardest ones to chew. Where he's just gonna walk up to a black shrouded shadow of a man and a.
Oh, do you have the time?
Clicking
all
on
time,
yeah.
Like we all do occasionally, I think.
Well, that's exactly what I asked. Like,
That's what she said.
Strangers. Never mind. Oh, good thing we got all these light sticks, though. Boy, they're coming in handy. Let's use 5 or 6 at once.
It's like daytime down here now.
We will never run out of these things.
Yeah, where are you getting this from?
Weird that they don't do much.
He doesn't even take them with him. He literally leaves them on the ground and runs away.
I know. It's like he decides he doesn't want them anymore. Like, these things are heavy and they don't light shit.
I'm like,
total missed opportunity not to have a bunch of human-sized moths just glom onto them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a misuse of lighting, I think, because you could have a little bit of orange glow on the edges of things, and there's none of it in here at all.
Yeah,
none.
Like, where's the light from this little domed area coming from?
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
that's a concession.
Maybe you should be climbing up.
Yeah.
Because there's daylight up. Maybe you should get up there.
Yeah.
Do what the Goonies did.
Yeah, Josh knows. Josh knows what the Goonies did.
Where is Josh going? He was in Goonies. He knows what to do. You're stuck with the cop who sings when he's nervous. I'd be like, you know what I do when I'm nervous? I kill cops.
Also, I leave. There we go.
See, the bugs could have said, "Mama, you are the creator."
Yeah, I can't even think of like the other 2 or 3 movies, but I absolutely expected the bugs to come to Mira Sorvino and sniff her and say, "Oh no, you've got a baby bug in you," and let her go.
Yes.
That moment never comes, which is weird.
Yeah. Yeah. That happened in the other Charles Dutton movie.
She disagreed with being pregnant. Del Toro had to convince her.
It doesn't matter to the story either way.
It's inconsequential.
He had a whole thing about like fecundity and just like which species is actually doing well. That he was stuck on it. He talks about it a lot in the director's commentary. So I'll stop talking about it now.
No.
I would like to hear the commentary, but I haven't watched it.
He's so pleasant to listen to. Like,
oh yeah,
seems like a really pleasant guy.
He's a delightful man for sure.
Yeah. One of the things I found fascinating about the director's commentary is that he was just reeling in all the F-bombs. You know, like there's like no cussing in that commentary at all.
Really?
Yeah, and by all accounts, man has a potty mouth.
He had run out of fucks to give, I guess.
Mira Sorvino was like, she stood up for him. He was about to get fired. He was actually going to be fired from the movie, and some other director's name was going to be slapped onto this thing. Who knows? Maybe Robert Rodriguez. And
no.
And she was like, he goes, I go, you know.
Okay, so she fucks up here, and it's easy to armchair quarterback this, but it kind of helps sell her panic. It kind of does. It was absolutely the wrong thing to do to start yelling, but it happens like 8 or 9 more times before the end of the movie that people just start yelling, even when they've told each other to be quiet. I don't mind this one, but the more times it happens, the more irritated I got.
People will do that shit, though.
Yeah, and it is real. It is real. I will say that. This is not a good place to be. This is not a good place to think rationally.
I like her acting in this. Actually, I like her acting pretty well in the whole movie, and but she really does a great job down here in the subway tunnels. Like, she's dirty the whole time. She's really like, she's scared, but she's still like active and tough, and you know, like it's all really good. I think the dudes are awfully flat in comparison, but
yeah, Josh Brolin has not found his instrument yet. He's a little cardboard in this.
Yes, comment. Jess is new. She's new, and we're very happy to have her. And I don't know what to tell you.
Well, just keep an eye over your shoulder for kind people. That's all.
Yeah.
You don't scare me.
He just
you will be. You will be. Common's a good friend of ours from our channel and various other channels that we're associated.
That's right.
There you go, Common. Just do what your heart tells you, and it'll all be okay.
Yeah.
He's Irish, if that explains anything.
Oh, it's after his Lucky Charms.
See me for me Lucky Charms.
Oh, me lucky rumble rants.
I do always forget to read his chats and his voice.
It helps. It really does.
This is a good scene.
Is this just for time?
This scene
do it.
is pretty well done. I do like the tension here.
Mm-hmm.
He almost makes it. He doesn't quite
Yeah.
make it. And then the look on
Yeah.
his face while he knows that he's already dead is pretty great.
Yeah.
I was rooting for him in this moment.
Mhm.
This
Yeah,
is
we
pretty
all
great.
were, I think.
Yeah, you have sympathy
Yeah.
for him here at the end because this is a pretty bad ending.
And
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
the symbolism of the sewing machine and the sweatshop thing and all of that. I think
Mhm.
that's good.
Mm.
I like it.
Yeah.
My only it's not yet, but a little bit later on when we see like Mira Sorvino with her face like totally covered in slime, like I think it's after the train car situation.
Yeah.
She looks too pretty. She looks
Mhm.
way too pretty. And
Mhm.
she's got like burnt marshmallows all over her face and whatever, and she still looks great. Like she still looks amazing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe
I
a little
still
less
can't get
lipstick.
over them
Yeah,
using
I think that's just
ketchup
Mira.
bottle now.
Yeah, that's just
Well,
Mira.
she is the mighty Aphrodite.
Maybe she's just shining through. Maybe it's me. I don't
You know, I've never seen that movie.
Neither have I. I
Me
was just
neither have I.
making a joke.
Yeah.
I
No idea.
have watched so little Woody Allen.
I make it a point to never watch Woody
Yeah,
Allen movies.
it's on the no column.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you, man, I've seen a couple like incredibly awful Woody Allen films. I mean,
They're all pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, they're all pretty bad.
I've seen quite a few Woody Allen movies back in the day.
His early ones.
Yeah, his early ones. And like I have a fondness for The Purple Rose of Cairo. I do.
Oh
It's
no.
amazing.
I will not ever go back and watch another Woody Allen movie ever again.
They
Never.
don't hold up. They're not good.
Yeah.
He's not good.
He's not good, and even if you disassociate between art and artist, his stuff does not hold up. Sleeper is not that funny anymore. It's really not that funny.
No, I went back and revisited it and years ago, and it even then
Sleeper sucks.
Yeah, it's not that funny. If you've ever lived in New York and been surrounded by neurotic Jews, they're funnier than he is in real life. It's not that funny. It's just not that funny. To me, Woody Allen is like Seinfeld extreme. It's just not that funny.
Yeah.
Just not.
And you're gonna have a hard time separating the artist from his material. A, because he's in all of his movies,
Right.
and B, because
he's banging his daughter.
He is constantly talking about sexual situations and sexual tension.
And when you look back on a movie like Manhattan, I'm sorry to digress through this whole part of it.
It's all right, like we don't actually even
we don't digress here. I'm sorry.
We don't
Never.
digress.
Never happen. When you look back on a movie like Manhattan, and he's grooming a teenager,
we had a banner ready.
I mean, he's grooming a teenager, which is what he was already doing in his own life.
They're autobiographical.
It's so gross and so creepy, and I just
well,
no, thank you.
People talk about the Me Too movement going too far. And I'm not going to say that that's never happened in the history of, everything that's taken place in this, in the past 10 years. But I just wish that when folks talked about that, they remembered that, like, this is old Hollywood, okay? Like, if Alfred Hitchcock or Clint Eastwood or Woody Allen was upset because you wouldn't put out, your career could be ruined.
Oh yeah.
And that happened. Yeah. That happened, and it's like, that's all you did was just not fun, Yeah. We're watching a movie,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everyone is entitled to their own personal boundary line. Like I enjoyed Chinatown very much, and I can separate it from Roman Polanski.
I can separate.
Yeah, Chinatown's fantastic. It's an amazing movie.
Yeah, he's a shit human being. He's a shit human being, but that is a great work of art. You know. Yep. Unfortunately, Hollywood has always been like this, so you just have to take it for what it is.
And it's not just Hollywood.
No, of course not.
It's everywhere, but I mean,
but boy, does it thrive.
Yeah,
boy, does it thrive in Hollywood.
But there's some things that I'm okay with, disassociating art from artists, and there's some things that I can't.
Yeah, and that everyone can draw their own line.
Yeah,
and
everybody has their own line to draw.
That's totally fair. Yeah, whatever you're comfortable with or whatever you're not, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
So more light sticks.
Yeah.
Jess, you can digress whenever you feel like it.
Yeah. Where were these other light sticks? Like he's already used like 8 light sticks.
Left
Where
them.
are the other light sticks?
They were on the ground. He just ran away from them.
But
they're too bright.
They has more?
Yeah, they keep pulling out light sticks like they're just freebies.
Man, if my dogs keep this up, I'm gonna have to put them in a Guillermo Del Toro movie.
Yeah. Nope. I can specifically hear my nephew telling them to stop too. I know that stop. I've heard it.
He's told you before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And did you listen? No.
Do uncles? You tell me.
So I have mixed feelings about this train car scene. Some of it works, some of it doesn't.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Like some of it is effective, some of it's not so effective.
Yeah, he gets his the whole thing here where he says it's not dead yet, and then we'll pull the head out with a fucking stick, and then it'll bite you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the leg injury thing kind of comes and goes whenever it's convenient.
And
the fact that he's standing up through so much of this with like lacerations to his arteries.
Like your leg is more fucked up than that. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not standing.
You're hopping around. It's not.
No. Yeah. You need to lay down and put your leg up and just wait to die.
And also like the idea that the rails
wait to die.
The rails for this car are still charged, and all they have to do is get to the box. I find that extremely unlikely. Like, even if they had been left charged, they have that electrical current has to travel quite a ways to get
As
there.
an amateur electrician, the wires that he connects to get this train car moving are preposterous. Like they're like phone wires, like 12-volt phone wires.
And if you were handling the wires that this thing would need in that way, you'd be blown like 12 feet away from it.
Your hands will be blown off. It's ridiculous that he uses the eyeglasses. It's preposterous.
Oh, God, yeah.
I'll tell you, Elvis was a helicopter pilot in a movie once, and we were just laughing at all the mistakes he made.
Okay.
I'm the
Elvis, you ain't shit in a helicopter pilot, man. Look at you, dumbass.
I'm the only Simpsons fan.
What?
Okay.
Okay, so to digress just a little bit further, with Elvis,
was a hero to most.
To this day, I think about the Eddie Murphy. Which I can't if it was Delirious or if it was Raw, but when he talks about how Elvis just sang all of his lines, and it was, "Would you like a glass of lemonade, Elvis?" And he's like, "Lemonade, that's a really refreshing drink." Or Elvis, we've got to win this race. We've got to win this race. making mistakes as a helicopter pilot. All I can hear is, Elvis, can you fly this thing?
We gotta fly this
We
thing.
gotta fly this baby. Yeah.
And see, all I can think of is see that joystick
Well,
there?
I don't,
That's
I
like a
don't know
huge.
what this knob does.
Look at this big old bug here trying to eat me.
It's an awful big bug. That's all.
Elvis turns into Mitchell pretty quick. There's those big
He
old
does.
buttery moon up there.
Yes.
A big buttery moon up there.
Usually,
How do you
I
like
think
it,
it's
Scott?
long and tall, too.
I usually take a ding dong in it, but I guess meat's okay.
Gotta breathe this
Got any
thing.
burgers? Or...
I gotta breathe this thing.
You do a
Fly
really great
can look
Elvis.
like a spider.
Oh my!
Meanwhile, there's like reveals.
Yeah,
Recombinant
I know.
DNA.
Believe me, guys, we're spicing the movie up. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
I know. I let the movie go on, but we're giving it.
No,
giving
we're
it a
not
little
missing
juice.
anything. It's
Yeah.
all pretty
Yeah.
predictable.
A man who's not a man, he's a manny.
Well, I don't know why you bred those things.
Yeah, this is
Ain't
where
nothing
Maris
else.
Shut up.
A bug in a trap.
She gave me the clap. Yeah, we're going through all the things here where we're smearing bug hormones on the walls, and yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda
Well,
stupid.
no, this is before Walking Dead. They smeared the bug shit all over themselves, so
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
can't smell them anymore. And
And it doesn't really work
There's
in
lots
either
of
one.
squelching.
Look at those glands.
I'm just like, they
Yeah.
just take
are
the
good-looking
glands like
glands.
it's a bottle of ketchup, and they
Mhm.
literally use like a ketchup noise to squirt
Mhm.
it.
yeah, and
Mm.
they don't even need to know how to be told how to do it. They're like, all right, you give me this weird ass thing, and I squeeze it, and rub it.
Well, she would know this. I mean, it's all just conjecture and
But she
guesswork.
just hands it to him. She's not like, now be careful.
Rub it on
don't-
your open
you know,
wound.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, bugs don't carry diseases.
Nah.
pretend it's a PPE
Especially
you wish you had.
cockroaches.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
He does resist.
the
The cough is like, don't put that in my wound.
logistics aside, the scene does kind of work dramatically. I don't have any real complaints. I love this bit. He's like, mind if I smoke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually, I'm okay with all of this. Like, this is all fine and good.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's got
fine.
some tension, but, of course you can't help when they do that one shot that they just had with, like, the two glass domes, and you're just thinking to yourself, why don't they just climb out of this bitch?
Yeah.
That's obviously a window to the surface.
Yeah.
And why does the movie always have to overthink this? Why can't they just be like, let's get out of the sewer? Like, we're stuck in this thing and we need to get out. Like, that's the plan you make. You don't be like, well, we'll flip the switch and we'll figure this out. It's like, well, how are we going to?
We'll go rewire this 100-year-old train car. And,
yeah, that's the most logical course of action, of course.
As a script writer, you should just put yourself in the situation, be like, what could you possibly fucking do? And that's your answer,
and you run.
Yeah.
You
And you know what?
And run.
Running is exciting. If they just ran, and tried their best to live, and
it feels like it's
exciting enough.
stretching itself out a little bit. Like the bug glands work until they don't, and then they work again, and then they don't, and it's like.
But they're American. They could run, or they could take a car.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
So one time you can't find a
You're taking
cab
a
in
car.
New York. Am I right?
Call an Uber.
You're gonna take a train car because you got one. Fire this some bitch up.
Even
I mean,
if
if I was
bleeding.
surrounded, I would probably stay in the train car. But like, it works until it doesn't work, and it's just convenience.
Yeah.
Well, it's like vampire bugs. You just can't do the dude bleeding, man.
I don't know. If I was the MTA cop, I'd be saving one bullet.
Yeah.
Good
luck,
that
everybody. Bang.
Good that he has 140, so it's not too much of a concern.
Yeah, it kind of turns into a video game. He's got unlimited light sticks and unlimited bullets.
They mimic us, we mimic them. There you titular line.
All this all over your body.
Oh.
Well,
all this stuff is easy bake oven compared to my Jesus powered handgun with unlimited ammo.
Well, Del Toro's already going to be like style over substance, right?
Sure,
and then you've got producers that are like even worse. You know, they're just like, whatever it is that makes it exciting, just do that. So yeah, your movie
finally we have some light stick lighting here.
Yeah, the light sticks work as long as you are like 3 to 6 inches away from them.
Yeah, like real light sticks. Actually, it's actually pretty realistic. Yeah, and so we need to divvy up the tasks.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go where you think it's going to go. He doesn't use her being pregnant as an excuse to go. He doesn't spill the beans on that.
Yeah.
He's just like, we're the most capable, so we'll go.
No, you know about bugs. You have to live.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're going to take the risk.
Yeah, they don't call the pregnancy thing.
Yeah.
Which is good.
No, because it goes to her actual.
Yeah, but he's also kind of emphatically like, no, you have to make it out of this. You do, you know.
Yeah,
and you know that like that's because he knows she's pregnant. And,
yeah, but without being overly explanation.
Yeah, I'm good with it. You know.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
But here they go. They're off to the electrical shed in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, they're going to connect those two phone wires and make the train run again.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
This is 480 volts, folks. This is
yeah. It's some big stuff. It's actually excavating in downtown Columbus and found some old light rail cables.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah, it was crazy. It was
wow.
Yeah, that's what the city guy that came upon it, because when we found it, we're like, holy crap, what's that? You know?
Did you lick them to see if they were still alive?
No. Would have tasted like tar though. It was like an old style duck bank that was like framed with wood and covered with tar. And in between the wood planking was like 3 or 4 bundled cables that were like
wrapped in cotton.
Yeah, I mean it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel you, man. I absolutely feel you, Gravy. I've had to do live tie-ins with stuff like that.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
No thanks.
You know, Gravy worked on the soccer stadium out there.
I do.
Yeah.
If I'd have hung around, I probably would have been working right there with him.
Yeah. It was a fun project. We dug out a bunch of contaminated dirt. It was so saturated with diesel fuel you could actually see rainbows in the
Oh God!
Like oily rainbows seeping out of the dirt. Yeah.
I bought some weed like that once. It had been stored in diesel tanks in a semi.
Yeah, by accident. Didn't mean to.
Yeah, that only happened. Yeah, just that once.
Well, it burns well.
Mm-hmm.
Easy to roll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I was going to say, which is good because this is life before grinders.
Remember the old days before grinders?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
So tonight's movie is Mimic.
He's got to get a call through to John McClane and tell him about the helicopter.
Yeah.
All the shit I said about that cop, and by the end of like all this stuff, you do kind of feel for him a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
like,
you do.
They actually do
don't.
kind of make. Oh, okay.
You don't. That's fair.
I'm hip.
This guy was bugged me through like haha.
But
Throughout the movie, I'm like, where do I know this guy from? I know I've seen him in something, and I looked it up, and he's actually been in a few prestigious things. But the thing that I actually remembered him from was a 1995 Keanu Reeves movie called A Walk in the Clouds.
Oh,
Jesus
Walk
Christ.
in the Clouds.
Now that is a name I completely forgot existed. You know,
sick.
Walk in the Clouds.
Women.
Holy moly.
I'm adding it to the list.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Well,
Is it like? Is it? It sounds like a rom-com.
Yeah, kind of.
I think it's just a ROM.
Yeah.
It's not really a
I don't think it's a com. It's just a rom.
Well, I don't think we've discussed post October, but it is actually Wizard's turn to pick, based on the order we've been in.
I like that we're not even done with the movie, but we're talking about the next show.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a good sign.
yeah, great movie.
Okay, here is where Mira Sorvino is like plastered in glycerin and black soot and garbage, and she just looks too pretty. She really does look too pretty. There's something going on with her makeup. Like they didn't take her street makeup off before they put the charcoal dust on her face. I don't know. Something happened. She's acting though. She's pulling it off. It just her face just looks way too pretty.
You know, this general like segment of the film really takes its time, and it's honestly up to the viewer as to whether or not that bothers you or not. Like, you know, I mean, there's good things about a movie that really takes its time, but the reality is that this movie's really taken its time. I don't think it's a bad thing, but it's kind of like, you know, why we're not talking about it much. You know, there's kind of a extended phase of not a lot happening while they're trying to get the train going and stuff.
The train car thing goes on a little too long, especially if it's gonna fail. Like
found a way out.
Yeah.
Oh, that dramatic handprint. Amazing.
Oh gosh.
It's like Titanic. Yeah.
I hope they can work that into a Star Wars movie someday. Yeah.
Some things never change.
James Cameron visited the set that day. He's like, you know, it'd be really like romantic.
As if Charles Dutton drew my portrait.
Draw me like one of your cockroach bugs.
Smear me like one of your scent glands.
Those guys look cool.
Yeah. I mean,
drama.
One of those guys was Doug Jones, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was number 2.
Well, he's number 1 in my book. I love Doug Jones.
Yeah. Black Lives made number 2 in his pants.
Oh. Well, as long as they're your pants. So we're gonna get into some stuff happening on the tracks here that is just sort of blocking wise and logistics wise not great.
This is
the cop sacrificed himself though to draw the bugs away.
Sure.
This
like
is
you
what
do.
That's how we
This
know
is what
it's
heroes
fiction.
do. They
Yeah.
sacrifice themselves at the time they need you to. Again, it's more funny if you read it in his voice.
I don't have a lot to add here except that the kid makes me not want to save him. I don't. Other than that,
super likable.
it's all pretty good.
No,
the dumb waiter here. This works okay.
The children are, yeah, should have just killed all the kids.
Yeah, the roach sort of halfway figuring out to bang on the thing and release the chain one half foot at a time is a little. But it's a good enough ride that you're kind of okay with it. I mean, at least I was. I don't want to speak for anybody else, but I was kind of okay with it.
Yeah, it was good. It was, I mean,
yeah. I liked it.
I truly wish it had gone all practical. All the CGI bothers me. I'm not saying it ruins the movie, but I truly wish it had gone because the practical is good.
Well,
they really had top-notch practical, and there's just,
for once, I was not taken out of any of it by the CGI. Not at all. Not at all. And I guess it's because of the darkness. I don't know.
No, I mean, I think that it'd be even worse if it weren't so dark when they use CGI.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But the puppets are so much better, dude.
Yeah, of course they are. Yeah. But we see worse CGI now than what we're seeing in this movie.
And
there's worse stuff in Disney products now.
So he ends up in this like lower chamber and goes into this huge open area with all these gas lines and everything. And I don't know if we'll
still has no PPE.
Yeah. No sniffer. And then, and he sees, there you go. There's a shot. And it looks better when you're watching the movie than it does in that slide. But, the thousands and thousands and thousands of the bugs hanging from the ceiling. I really like that shot. And
I thought that shot. When he breaks open the gas line, I'm just like, okay, you're going to fall unconscious immediately.
Yeah.
You cannot breathe now. There's no way.
Died. He should die, and this should be a sacrifice.
Yeah, there's no way you could breathe through breaking open a giant gas main.
Nope.
Dangerous.
It's dramatic. It's cool, but it's if you want to be persnickety about it, no shot.
Yeah.
We
honestly though,
want to be persnickety.
Yeah, suspension of disbelief. I'm okay. I'm there. It's fine.
They earn it enough in this movie to keep me along for the ride. I'll say that.
Yep. But yeah, I like all the thousands of bugs dangling from the ceiling and stuff. And they did pick a lousy room to roost in, but
Well, they've established the ceiling stuff. They established the turret on the ceiling. They established who would hang all this stuff up on the ceiling. It's earned.
Yeah, they're not all predators. It's not just a predator.
Today, the Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
That's a good one.
Good on you, Tommy.
Hang in there, buddy. I love
Don't
you.
light that cigarette, buddy.
I also did really like this stuff. This was really fun.
I love this too.
Yeah, this is really great.
It is just like an American Werewolf in London, or Life Force, where it gives you like the big epic ending,
Well, there's a couple of things here for me.
They've been hinting at shit hitting the fan big time, and now you're seeing it. Sorry, Adam, go ahead.
For one, the sewers are connected with these train systems, and that's a fact. But two, when I was growing up in Akron, this actually happened. There was a gas explosion in downtown Akron in the sewers, and all of the manholes got blown off. And they actually did land on cars and people and shit like that. This really happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's actually not that far-fetched.
No, it's not. If you have, a gas explosion like that, it's going to go boom, and it's going to do basically what you see.
Yeah, it runs through the system, and it's pretty, actually pretty realistic. Yeah. Here's the train scene that I have a problem with.
Well, it's again, it's like how hackney can your script get?
Right.
Yeah.
You started off so strong, killing children, and this is where you ended.
Killing them.
This is where you.
How many times do I have to say this? Stop cutting the palms, okay? If you need something to bleed, cut your arm, okay?
It's the dumbest place to cut yourself.
Yeah, palms don't bleed well. Yeah, they don't bleed
and
well.
Also, it cripples you.
Yeah,
it's not a good thing to cut. Yeah.
If you want dripping blood, cut the tip of your finger. Like if you slice, if you get your fingertip a good slice, that shit's gonna just drip all over the fucking place.
It's symbolic.
I know this from
it's symbolic.
All the many times I have sliced my finger.
It's
right, but
stigmata and whatever.
We need stigmata in our movie.
Yeah. Doesn't she use the cross to cut herself or something?
I don't know.
Is that what happened? She used the cross from the rosary to cut herself.
She pulls an exorcist.
Yeah, it's very symbolic. Whatever. Yeah. But also, that kid should have been run over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they could have killed this kid a dozen times already.
I would.
Yeah, they spoiled us. They ruined us by killing the children at the beginning of the film, and then you just want another dead kid.
I still will. Watch me. Dare me.
No, I mean that.
I will track him down and kill him today.
That kid living was part of Del Toro's original vision. He wanted the film to end on, white lady, black guy, and Hispanic kid.
Yeah, remember, goth kids, it's down the road, not across the street.
As like the final, kind of like new nuclear family of the next stage, and blobbity blob blob.
And F. Murray Abraham is back somehow.
Yeah, he's sweeping the area with the cops. Just a random college professor.
Yep.
I'm here to look it over with you guys. Let me through.
I did not really.
God, is he wasted? There's just no reason.
There was
this
no
whole
reason
character could not just not be in this movie. You know what? He should be the romance.
They could cut his entire character out, and it wouldn't have made a bit of difference.
But we got F. Murray Abraham.
We needed him to do the Jeff Goldblum "Life Finds a Way" speech. That's why he was here.
What?
Yep. They needed somebody to say
There it is.
There you go.
Life finds a way.
Even in the back lot.
What did he say? The world is a big lab.
Well, if you want to bleed, you better cut your finger and not your paw.
Not as big as this jelly-filled donut. Going in my mouth.
He's turning to Mitchell again.
I got a hugger burning cockroach.
Whoa.
Oh, careful how you say that.
Nice.
Wow.
Well, you either have one thing I don't like or two things I do.
Hubba.
That's the least passionate hug I've ever seen.
Well, it's all right.
And then he says,
Good, you're here.
He's just
they
like,
hate each other. She does not like that guy at all.
Oh, dude, you can tell. They don't want to touch. She doesn't want to touch him. Yeah. And I hate last line. We're gonna have a baby. We're gonna have a baby. That's the real. What?
Like, excuse me.
Yeah.
And it's over.
And that's it. And
that's it.
Yeah, all right. We're gonna have a baby.
Yeah, we'll have a baby. We're gonna let this kid we don't know hang out with us.
Come on, little man.
And congratulations, because you got his dad killed. Now you adopted a.
Oh,
I know.
Now
I'm your
got
daddy now.
Kids.
Yeah. I'm your daddy
Good
now.
job.
I'm your daddy now.
And I don't think that's the way that works either, from my time in social services. Well, you were there when his dad died. He's yours. Take him home.
No take backsies.
More down here, right here, right here. Okay.
Whoa, what's going on there?
Wow.
Who's doggy?
Oh, you weren't here, Gravy. That was me getting fed
Oh
a
yeah.
veggie
Here.
nugget on the veggie nugget slide
I'll let it slide.
by
Here.
Paul
That-
McCartney.
That's Paul McCartney, and behind him is Stevie Wonder.
His name is okay. His name is Nougat.
And
We're gonna count that as a half question because that's but I'm glad you asked it. You still gotta take a nugget, but we're gonna take one last question. There was one more down here, right here, right.
What's the story with the dog? Whose
Eat
dog?
the nugget.
his name is Nougat.
His name is Nougat.
His name is
So
Nougat.
cute.
Wow.
All
What's
right.
he doing there?
I've seen too much.
That's the
Okay.
director's emotional support dog.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, we are going to vote on this movie, but
Do we have to?
But first,
Oh no.
Peeps.
Ew.
No.
No, don't do it, Jethroach.
Oh.
Yet another thing that I love dearly.
No, Peeps is a no-go for me.
Come on, you're doing it.
Same.
You're
Nope.
doing it.
Nope.
I will eat all of the Peeps that you people don't like.
not only
Do
did
it.
I
There's
get
always one
not
of
only,
you.
not only did I get Peeps, I got Peeps that look like pumpkins, and I hate shit that tastes like pumpkins. I like
Oh, it
pumpkins
doesn't
and
taste like
pumpkin
a pumpkin.
pie.
There is no pumpkin flavor in that garbage.
You were
Yeah.
safe. There's
Do you
no
like pumpkin
in
at
this.
all, or just pumpkin flavor?
I mean, I only like pumpkin pie.
I think he's
it.
talking about pumpkin spice, the plague that.
The pumpkin
Pumpkins-
flavored. I don't like pumpkin flavored ice cream. I
No.
don't like pumpkin flavored coffee or beer.
What about
don't like-
pumpkin flavored bride?
it's pumpkin head flavored. That's different.
Oh, that's just say yes and move on. It's trash. Moving on.
It's
It's not bad.
See? See?
No.
lies.
Wow.
You can't lie. Lies.
What
Trying
does it
to.
taste like?
It tastes like
mostly like
marshmallow.
marshmallow. Yeah,
Tastes like marshmallow and sadness.
it's like
Sugar
it's like
and BHT.
Now,
It's
to
like-
be clear, Adam, there
it's like
are flavored
marshmallow.
Peeps.
Yeah, it's like marshmallow with roe on it. You know, like white.
No.
Roe?
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Mm.
It's just weird. No, I don't really like it.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm making the ultimate sacrifice.
Uh-oh. This
The
is it.
only candy I
Shave it off.
legitimately detested as a child.
You hate candy? This candy. What
was
is
licorice.
it?
It's licorice.
Black
I also hate licorice. I do.
real
I do
black
not like-
licorice?
Real
Do
black
not like it.
licorice.
I
don't-
flavored.
And I really don't want to do this. Real hard.
You don't have to.
You don't
Hey,
have
I hate
to.
candy
No one's-
corn. I think he does have to.
It's for the ratings, folks. For the ratings. Hit the like button. Hit the like button and subscribe.
Oh God, how do you people eat this shit?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I do like black licorice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Mm.
do.
I don't
Mm.
mind it. I just don't care either way.
Like
have
good
had-
and plenty? Are you kidding me? Bring it. I will eat that entire box.
I just don't want it in my alcohol. No anise, none of that shit.
No.
No.
I do enjoy a little bit of Jägermeister.
Oh, stop it.
No, at that I draw the line.
No, I had a friend who liked to toast with ouzo, and like we actually have
Ooh.
some in the
Nope.
house still.
Yeah, that's
And,
rough.
And
Yeah,
here it
no.
will remain because
But it's
nobody's
like-
going to drink it.
But it is kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
a mutual. It's like a communal dare, and I have
I
drank.
don't need games to drink alcohol. I need a game that keeps me from drinking alcohol.
I dare you not to drink this shot of this delicious whiskey.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and vote now. We're going to start with Bug of Pumpkinhead who picked the who picked this one.
Pumpkin
Okay.
bug.
Let's do it.
All right. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. I
Woo!
had a good time watching this. The gross out factor still is like very high. It aged well. It will still gross you out. I had a good time. I had a good time with it. I think if you watch this movie when it came out and you're curious about revisiting it, I say go for it.
All right. Awesome. Well, I think we'll just move around the room straight to Jess. So, Jess, like the whole idea of Total Recalls, we're trying to figure out if we would recommend this to someone who loved it when they were a kid, loved it when they were younger. They had maybe a relationship with it. They haven't revisited it, and they need our help figuring out whether or not they should revisit it or leave their good memories of it alone. Because
Wait, is Pumpkinhead, Bride of Pumpkinhead, the only one that saw this?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. Really. Truly.
I would also give it a thumbs up for basically the same reasons, but for me it was a fresh watch. I thought the squishy, gushy noises were gross and uncomfortable, and it made me squirm, and I thought that was fun. The CGI did not bother me at all, which I thought was impressive. And I just loved it kind of had a Twilight filter.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was just funny and fun.
A Twilight filter. See, I thought 9 Inch Nails, but I get it.
I'd say definitely more 9 Inch Nails, but there were the blueness at moments, like with the dome by the train car. Anyway, thumbs up. I thought that was fun. I had a good time watching it.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear that. We got 2 thumbs up. And yeah, let's just move on to Barbara, I guess, right? Yeah. I don't know how to do this. Go ahead.
Well, okay. I have sat on the fence like since we watched this last night because I had never seen it. And even though I am a great big fan of Guillermo Del Toro, I didn't know, am I liking part of this because of his artistic choices that came after this? Or am I appreciating, or am I just grossed out by fucking cockroaches? And I'm still, I'm going to say this. Do I want to watch this movie again? No, probably not. It is a little
little buggy for you?
Yeah, to put it succinctly, yes, it's a little too buggy for me. It's a little too cockroachy for me. And that's the part that I'm like, filth, disease.
They put it right up front. There's so many cockroaches. Right in the first act. It's full of it.
So part of me is like, I don't want to go back and watch this. I really don't. I will say, if you are a Guillermo Del Toro fan, yeah, please watch it. Put it in your wheelhouse of interesting things that he has created over the course of his career. But do I want to go back and watch this again? No, I do not.
Well, what's your vote? You have to vote one way or the other.
And again, if somebody saw this and liked it in '97, should they go back?
If we're basing it off that, then yeah, I would say go ahead and rewatch it again. It's not going to be for me though. It's not going to be for me.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's a serious.
It is a shudder-inducing Oh my God, what was that? What was that?
but honestly, that reveals a quality in the film. I mean, if
I
it's
love the
effect,
absurdity.
yeah.
Why I will watch it again.
She was itchy all night, folks. That's all I can.
Oh dear,
I'm sorry.
that's stinky.
All right. Well, Gravy, go ahead. Let's hear what you have to say.
Oh, I liked it. I certainly don't see any reason why, if you liked it, if you saw this, when it came out in the late '90s, or you grew up with it, I think it's you'll still enjoy it. Going back and rewatching it, it holds up. It looks great. It's got a fantastic female lead. She's never like reliant, or you know what I mean, like, oh, I need you guys to save me, like, nothing like that. It's really, really good. It's really not a lot bad to say about the movie. I mean, it's flawed, it doesn't have a great script. The story is pretty basic. There's some muddiness here and there, plods a little bit, but all in all, it's got great production value. It's shot really well. It's engaging throughout, and it was fun to watch. Great practical, gory, yucky effects. Lots of gross, fun stuff going on.
Yeah, a lot of slime.
Yeah, love all the slime.
Yeah. All right, another thumbs up. Adam, how do you feel?
Again, I had not seen this when it first came out. Excuse me. I really didn't know what to expect. I was only very peripherally aware of this movie. I think this movie is exactly what it advertises, and it delivers. So I can't really speak to, if you have great memories about this movie, then watch it again. But I think if you do watch it, you're not going to be disappointed, because it gives you exactly what it's advertising that it is. It's efficient. It is very much of its time, but that's not a negative. I think that it's a horror bug movie, and I think Del Toro did a good job. Whatever hurdles and demons he had to slay to get this done and finished and released, it's a thumbs up from me. I think you should watch it. If you haven't seen it, watch it. If you have good memories of it, you won't be disappointed.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you in regards to revisiting it. If this movie creeped you out when you were a kid, I'm really pro horror. I personally think you should see movies that make you frightened and uncomfortable. I think it's good for you.
Obviously, if bugs are too much for you, don't. But
right. No,
don't push it
within limits.
In the criteria of the show, if you have good memories of it, watch it again. You won't be upset about it.
Yeah.
Rock and roll, baby.
And if you are a fan of Del Toro's work, then I do recommend it. And if you don't have much interest in it, then go ahead and skip it. It's not a major movie, it's got its moments, but it's it is a little by the numbers. And even though Del Toro is at the helm, it is a bit of a committee film. So
it's well shot. It's
economical.
It's
got its issues, but so I don't know if I really strongly recommend it in that way. But if you loved it as a kid, you should watch it. Again, if you like Del Toro, it's definitely worth a watch in that regard.
It's the mildest Del Toro that you will ever watch.
Pretty much, yeah.
In English,
got some gore. Got some gore.
Yeah,
I actually take that back, because Pacific Rim is still.
No, I would say this is more by the numbers than Pacific Rim. I would.
Actually, what I remember about
Rim
Pacific
has more
Rim,
surprises in it.
Pacific Rim felt like it was written by a 12-year-old in real time somehow.
And this doesn't.
I really liked Pacific Rim.
Yeah, and so what if it was, Jethro? So what if it was?
All right,
I'll kick your ass.
We need Wizard to vote.
Liberal.
We're not.
Well, we need Wizard to vote, but it's not a tiebreaker. I think we're in the majority here.
We're trying to figure out if it's unanimous or not.
Well, you're trying to make me feel like it just don't matter at all.
Every vote counts. Every vote counts.
Fuck 'em, we've decided.
Well, you decide whether it's unanimous or there's a dissenting vote.
Yeah,
what? He put the banner up.
It is totaled all
We have two banners for yes, and this is the unanimous. So there we go.
I liked it, and I'm glad that Bride of Pumpkinhead suggested it, because otherwise I probably would have not gone back and watched it. So thank you for that.
Yeah, it was great to finally watch Mimic. I remember I had almost rented this movie from North Campus Video like a million times.
Yeah, I've seen Kronos, but I have never seen this one, and I would recommend it. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny spot in between Kronos and Devil's Backbone.
Yeah, it's not.
This
is not Citizen Kane, but this is a very serviceable, entertaining movie.
Yeah,
we did it.
We
did. Yay!
Good job, guys.
It was really fun, I think, watching it again as more of a horror fan. When I saw it the first time, I was definitely a weenie. I mean, I still am, like, compared to Jethro Bot, but
you're
just
not
like my taste and my understanding and my tolerance for horror has like just really expanded. And so going back and watching this again with like kind of a different as a different like self was like,
it's not exactly colored by numbers, but it's very much by the books, and it keeps you entertained all the way through. I never once did I feel like, oh, I want to turn this off. Never.
Right.
No, no.
I still wish they would have went with the whole Queen Mira.
Well, there are 2 more Mimic movies.
Oh, that's
I don't know.
Revisit it.
I also have never seen the theatrical cut, so I'm interested in watching that one now.
Yeah.
No, me neither.
I don't know a thing about the direct to video sequels, but there are 2 of them, and they don't star Mira Sorvino, and they don't have Guillermo Del Toro involved. So that's all. All right. Well, I don't mean to drop it on you like unexpected, Wizard. I didn't even really think about it, but it is technically your turn if you want to pass or.
I don't want to pass.
No, you don't want to pass. All right.
I don't want to pass.
And again, like
He's
as far as
yes.
yeah, we know. I could somehow smell it from. We can either just take your immediate suggestion, which frankly could be Ben.
Oh, it's going to be Ben.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
yeah, let's do Ben.
Let's keep it going.
I want to fucking see Ben. I do. Like I've been thinking about it.
Okay.
And I think like period wise, like we are primed for a nice 1970s.
Yeah.
Well, do you need to drag
we've done
6
roaches,
other
now
people
we're doing
with you?
rats.
Couldn't you watch Ben by yourself?
Kicking
or-
and screaming all the way.
All right.
Well, that's going to be a fun episode because then you get to
Oh, poor Barbara.
You're not going to give us 3? You're just going to give us the 1?
Nope, no choices
Do
here.
we want 3? Do we want to do 3?
It's really up to it's up to you. But
It's up to you.
It's up to
It's up to
Meg.
you.
It's up to
it
Meg.
makes it does it's
I'll
fun.
give you 2.
Oh, okay.
Ben.
We can all go on.
We know how Gravy's voting.
We can also watch used cars.
Dagobah system.
Used cars?
Used cars?
Oh yeah.
What?
I'm
Ooh.
down.
Which one?
My,
Used cars.
my options are Ben or used cars with Kurt Russell.
Used cars.
Used
Way.
cars.
Wizard, I'm wondering when have you last seen used cars?
You just
been a
shot
long
yourself in the
It's
nuts.
been a long
It's been
Wizard.
a long time.
It's been a long time.
No, ma'am,
Yeah.
that's yellow primer.
Yeah, it's been at least 30 years.
I'm voting for used cars.
You know.
Hey, Beastmaster's on.
I'm not anti that. But I do really want to see used cars.
It's not just me.
It's not just Adam.
me.
I do
Hey,
really
it's on
wanna
my
see used
list.
cars.
You're acting like
Yeah.
I don't want to see it. It's on my
Yeah.
list. I wrote it down.
Yeah.
I'm good with either, but used cars is pretty special.
Yeah. Are you
I will
still
say there was an exclamation.
See,
like,
that's
Yeah.
that was my problem is used cars. I have no doubt.
well, you might be surprised though. See, that's the thing.
So you already have your vote
Probably
for
not.
used
Yeah.
cars.
Whereas Ben, I am legitimately not sure what's going
Oh,
to happen.
see, that's intriguing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
that.
All right. Well, yeah. No. Yeah. You guys are right. I already know what my vote is for used cars. So Ben might be a better choice for the theme of the show.
It might be. I think Ben is going to be either, wow, I didn't think it was going to hold up that well, or fuck me, what was I thinking as a kid?
Right. Yeah.
I like that. It could be the Wizards Explorers.
Should we take a vote?
We should.
Yeah. Okay. Who
I'm
like
ready.
we don't have to go in order. Whoever wants to vote, go ahead.
Dagobah system. Ben.
Oh, I also
Yeah.
want to encourage our audience. I also
Yes.
want to encourage our audience to vote.
Audience
Yeah.
vote, because
Yeah.
you have to listen to us talk about it.
Yeah.
Both of you in the chat.
Yeah. You too. Yeah.
Okay.
Whoever wants to go first.
I'll
Yeah,
make
Yeah,
it.
I'm going with Ben. For reasons stated,
with
and
Ben.
to keep the Halloween vibes going.
Hell yeah. That's right, Bob.
I'll go ahead and reiterate. I already know my vote for used cars, so I'll vote for Ben.
Oh, you'll vote for Ben?
Yep, I already know my vote for used cars because I remember it pretty well.
You remember? Okay, gotcha. Have
I
you
do.
seen Ben? Have you seen Ben?
I saw it a million years ago.
Yeah.
So for the express quality and
Mhm.
regulations of the format, I will vote for Ben.
All right.
I
Who
thought
else?
you loved me, Adam. I thought you loved
just-
me.
Yeah.
We
on the
don't have
count,
to
on the count she goes.
You wanted to watch used cars. I get
Yeah.
that, honey.
Yeah.
And we can watch used cars together
It'll still be on my list.
off
Yeah.
the air.
For the record, I have like minimal used car experience, and I'm putting my vote in the used car.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that's a fair vote. I really do.
I'd like to watch used cars. I've never seen it, but
So you vote used cars?
no,
it's-
I vote for Ben.
You vote for Ben.
So
Yeah.
it's 3-1.
Yes, 3-1 so far.
Well, 3-2, because I'm
3 and
voting for
2.
Ben.
I mean, honestly, I'd be fine with either. I've never seen either movie, but
3-3
I'm
because of Pumpkinhead.
yeah, I'm with Bop on this one. Like, it's yeah.
Either one's a winner. I'm telling
Common
you.
people, you do not have to have seen Willard first. They will tell you everything you need to know in the first 5 minutes.
It will all
Boom.
be carefully explained to you.
All is revealed.
I vote
So
used
who-
cars.
Who hasn't voted?
Jess hasn't voted.
No, Jess
Oh,
just
me?
voted
I'm
for used
sorry.
cars.
I'm voting for used cars, but mostly
Oh,
because I've seen this one, and for the sake of your show, for the theme of it, I haven't seen Ben.
Save us, Jess. Save us.
Well, I think that's 4 and 3 for used cars.
That's
It's
3 and 3?
That's 3.
It's 3 and 3. Yeah.
Oh no, this is terrible.
No.
It's 3 and 3.
How can it be 3 and 3? There's 7 of us.
There's
7 of
yeah.
us.
Oh, who did you vote for, Wizard?
I voted for Ben, but that's,
Ben,
3
4
for
and
Ben.
3. I don't
4 and
know.
3?
Oh no, 1, 2, 3.
No.
Oh, it is. Yes.
It's 4 and 3.
It's Ben.
Gravy, what was your
Ben.
vote?
Ben.
Now I get
Gravy
to watch it.
voted Ben.
Yeah, Gravy voted Ben.
Laura
had-
voted Ben.
Mhm.
Mick voted Ben. Gravy voted Ben.
Mhm.
And
Adam
You
voted Ben.
Adam voted Ben.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got Ben. All right.
Sorry.
No, but I'm not anti Ben. Don't get me wrong. He's not Peeps. He's not
Ben.
candy corn.
Most people would turn you away.
He's
I
not
don't
a half
listen.
Ben.
to the
Everyone,
words they
you
say.
should go and watch used
Big
cars regardless.
You're-
Used cars isn't going to.
Oh,
I'm going to avoid used cars in the hopes that we do that someday.
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
get it on the next go round. Yeah.
I will hold.
could.
I will hold used cars in my heart.
It stays on the list.
Yeah,
All right.
It stays on the list, but
All
but
right.
yeah, I'm down with Ben. I am genuinely interested in that. I know that I watched Willard and Ben when I was in my early 20s, and I don't remember really fuck all about
I'm
either.
holding my personal bias aside. I used to raise rats and train them.
Whoa.
But that has no effect on my vote. But
What have you gotten a rat to do?
geez. I could get them to stay in the sleeve of my jacket. That was easy. I had 2 or 3 rats that I trained just hang out in the sleeve of my jacket when I was about town as a young lad.
So you can fuck with people, all of a sudden you've got a rat.
Well, only when they
almost sleight
decided.
of hand.
No, I mean, I didn't get the sick 'em command.
No
You just have a
ferret
little dude on
stuffing
your
for you.
shoulder.
Yeah, I could get stuffing down my trousers for a world
Mhm.
record.
Once you have enough calluses, you're ready.
I could get them to fetch sometimes. But yeah, in high school, I trained a lot of rats. I also had ferrets in high school.
Awesome. Well, this is the final thought portion of the show, where we say goodnight to all our good friends like Common People and Eraserhead, and of course Black Lives, who tonight didn't have to carry the entire chat all by himself, but I know he would have if he had to. So thank you guys, and
Thank you, chat.
Thank you. Does anyone have any closing thoughts? Anything that they're going to take with them for the rest of their life as a result of Mimic?
I just want to welcome Jess and let you know pleasure to meet you, and thanks for sticking it out, and we hope to have you back.
Yeah, you've been great.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. It was been fun.
Pleasure.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, when I end the thing, you just hang out because we do green room stuff. That's the stuff.
Okay.
That's where the
Yeah.
dirty talk starts.
The world is a much bigger lab.
Okay, before
I
we
think
go,
that's what will carry away.
I think we have.
Devin!
Bring it
I
on,
think we.
Common
Hey.
People.
I think we have to address that Giant Beard himself is saying that Willard, the prequel to Ben, was his and his wife's first date.
Wow.
Oh.
That says a lot about your relationship.
Beautiful.
Craziness. And
Beautiful.
that's the original Willard, right, Devin?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to just plug B-sides for Friday.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Friday is officially Noir-vember.
Oh.
And
Nice.
Barbara Lawrence, my partner in crime, and Jethro, our trusty henchman, will be there for Detour, one of the classic film noir movies that's in the public domain. And that's Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time every week on B-Sides, a B-roll stage.
Awesome. And
1945 Detour with Tom Neal and Ann Savage.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's an actually good B movie.
I keep trying to tell them. Babe, and they don't listen.
When no one liked Kronos, it kind of broke my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Thank you.
Right?
Kronos is a good movie.
Del Toro understood Kronos.
So I bet he would have. I bet he loves it. And yeah, I always forget to plug that the Wizard has a show every Tuesday where please, Wizard, just give us a little rundown.
So me and my little buddy JD, we talk about weed. We talk about paraphernalia. We talk about, there's sometimes an education session. We had our first guest this week who's a cannabis professional in Maryland. And in 2 weeks, we are going to kind of do the movie thing. We're going to revisit an old stoner comedy. The first one we're going to do is Half Baked.
Half Baked.
All right.
Oh man, I gotta watch.
That'll be week after next.
I loved Half Baked.
I love that movie.
So come see us on Tuesday night at Gear Wizard TV, right here on YouTube.
Yeah. Great.
We've got a killer theme song too.
Yeah.
Don't forget to vote.
Yes.
If you haven't voted, don't forget to vote.
Oh my God.
Like anyone could think about anything else.
Please.
Hang on. Oh, wait.
But yes, I agree. Please don't forget to vote. If you live in Austin, go get a membership at We Love Video. And we will see you in a couple weeks when we talk about band something looking for.
Oh, Michael Jackson.
You're going to hear everyone's Michael Jackson impersonation. So thanks again.
I used to say,
have a good night.
Mine's going to sound like Elvis.
Well, you're everything. I just want to tell you, put them all, baby.
Okay, his name is Nogan.
Please
We're
please subscribe, please help.
But I'm glad you asked.
Good night.
You're still gonna take a nugget, but we're gonna take one.